How do you think the room looks?
Fabulous. I wish you could always have it like this. That lamp looks divine there. And those chairs are just the right color.
Suppose Harold comes back?
He's not coming back till tomorrow morning.
I know, but suppose he comes back tonight. He's mad about his antiques. What do you think he'll say if he goes into his room and finds out that we've stolen them?
Don't dramatize. We haven't stolen all of his furniture. Just 3 chairs, the sofa, the table, the lamp, the bowl, and the vase of flowers, that's all.
And the Buddha. That's more valuable than anything.
Look, we'll put everything back just as soon as Mr. Bamberger leaves.
Darling, George Bamberger is a multi-millionaire. He's lived all his life against this sort of furniture. A few stolen bits aren't going to impress him. He's coming to see the work of an unknown sculptor. If you ask me, it'd be much better if you found me exactly as I really am. A poor artist. Who knows, it might touch his heart.
It might, but it certainly won't impress Daddy. Remember, he's coming too.
As if I could forget. Why you had to invite your monster father, I can't think. It's too bloody much. I mean, if he's going to be persuaded I'm a fit husband for you by watching some famous collector buy some of my work, well, he doesn't deserve to have me as a son-in-law.
He just wants some proof you can earn your own living.
And what if Bamberger doesn't like my work?
He will, darling. Just stop worrying.
I can't. Just give me a whiskey. I've got a foreboding. It's all going to be a disaster, an A1 copper-bottom 24-carat disaster.
Look, darling, you know what they say. Plain talk never won fair lady picks. All you've got to do is stand up to him. Daddy's only a bully when he thinks people are afraid of him. What can he do to you?
Well, he can refuse to let me marry you.
Oh, that sweetie pet. Straighten your tie. You look sloppy. Tell me something, Bryn. Have there been many before me?
Thousands!
Seriously?
Seriously? Not one.
What about the girl in the photo?
She lasted about 3 months.
When?
2 years ago.
What was her name?
Clea.
What was she like?
She was a painter. American. Very honest. And very clever. And just about as cozy as a steel razor blade.
When was the last time you saw her?
I told you. 2 years ago.
Then why do you still have her photo in your bedroom drawer?
It was just that, that's all. Give me a kiss. No one in the world kisses like you.
Tell me, Bryn, did you like it better with her? Or with me?
Like what?
Sexy pics!
Woman, just put a record on. It better be something your father. What is he like?
He doesn't like anything except military marching.
Dear God, please let this evening go all right. Let Mr. Bamberger like my sculpture and buy some. Let Carol's monster father like me, and let my neighbor, Harold Gorringe, never find out that we borrowed his precious furniture behind his back. Amen. Oh, God, we've blown a fuse.
Oh no!
It must be.
Or a power cut? Where's the box?
It's in the hall.
Where are the matches?
They should be on the drinks table. No, I'll try the record player. Down, down, down. Would you believe it? Coming! Hello? Hello? No, I'm fine, just fine. Yourself? Darling, check in the bedroom, will you?
I haven't finished in here yet.
To argue, just look.
All right. Keep your hairpiece on.
Hello? Well, Good, that's just fine. Fine. Stop saying what? Carol? Darling? Clea, what the hell are you doing here? I thought you were in Finland. I know, but you've barely been gone 6 weeks. Okay, where are you speaking from? The air terminal? No, that's just not a good idea tonight. I'm terribly busy. I'm afraid I just can't get out of it. It's business.
There's nothing here except your dreary socks. I told you.
Try the other drawers then. Look, Clea, I told you no, not tonight. Yeah, I know it's just around the corner. That's not the point. No. The situation's changed. Something's happened this past month.
Breen, I can't see anything. Please.
Look, I can't explain it over the phone. Has it got to do with what? Yes, of course it has. I mean, you can't expect the things to stay frozen, can you?
There's nothing here. Haven't we any matches at all?
Stop wailing! No, not you. I'll call you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Who was that?
Just a chum.
Help, please! Someone help me!
Is that you, Miss Furnival?
Mr. Miller?
Yes?
Oh, thank God you're there. Oh, I'm so frightened.
Have your lights gone too?
Yes.
There must be a power cut.
Oh no, I don't think so. The street lights are on in the front. I saw them from the landing.
Then it must be the main switch of the house.
Where is that?
It's in the cellar, but no one's allowed to touch it but the electricity people.
What are we going to do?
Get them! Quick!
Will they come at this time of night?
They've got to! Oh, darling, this is Miss Furnival from upstairs. Miss Furnival, Miss Carol Melkett.
How do you do? Isn't it frightful?
Perhaps we can put Mr. Bamberger off.
Impossible. He's dining out and coming on here after. He can't be reached.
Oh, flip.
Hello? Yes, operator. Can you give me the London Electricity Board, please? Night service. No, yeah, miss, I'm sure it's in the book, but I'm afraid I can't see. No, there's no need to apologize. God, no, I'm not blind. I just can't see. Look, okay, we've had a fuse. No, we haven't got any matches. Look, miss, this is an emergency. Thank you. London is staffed with imbeciles.
Oh, you are so right, Mr. Miller.
No, I don't want a number. I can't dial it. Have you ever tried to dial a number in the dark? No, miss. I just want to be connected. Thank you. Miss Furnival, you wouldn't by any chance happen to have any candles, would you?
No, I'm afraid not, Mr. Miller.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to report a main fuse at 18 Scarlatti Gardens. My name is Miller. Fine. Hold bloody on.
Might I suggest Harold Gorringe opposite? Might have some candles. He's away for the weekend, but he always leaves his key under the mat.
It's a brilliant idea. It's just the sort of practical thing you would have. Take this, love. I'll go and see.
Are you all right, Mr. Miller?
I knew it. I bloody knew it. This is going to be the worst night of my life.
Is it something special tonight then, Miss Melkett?
Have you ever heard of a German called George Bamberger?
Oh, yes. Isn't he the richest man in the world?
Yes. Hello? Well, he's coming here tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, in about 20 minutes to be exact. And to make matters worse, apparently he's stone deaf.
How extraordinary. May I ask why he's coming?
He saw some photos of Brinsley's work and apparently got madly excited about them. Bryn would be absolutely made if Bamberger bought a piece of his. It's his big break. Or it was till a moment ago.
Oh, my dear, you must get some help.
Hello? Hello? Perhaps the bomb's dropped and everyone's dead. Hello? Ah, yes. This is number 18 Scarlatti Gardens. I'm afraid we've had the most dreary fuse. It's what's laughingly known as the main switch. We want a little man. Oh, please try. It's screamingly urgent. Thank you. Sometime this evening, they hope. That's a lot of help. Would you like a drink?
Oh, no, I don't drink, thank you. My dear father, being a Baptist minister, strongly disapproved of alcohol.
Damn and blast! Is there anybody there?
In here, Daddy Pegs!
Can't you put the light on, damn it? I've almost knocked myself out on a damn milk bottle.
With what of you? Nothing's working.
Oh, what a relief! A light!
This is my father, Colonel Melkett, Miss Fennel. She's from upstairs.
Good evening. And where's this young man of yours?
In the flat opposite. He's trying to find some candles.
What the hell is that?
Some of Brinsley's work.
Is it, by Jove? And how much does that cost?
I think he's asking £50 for it.
My God.
Do you like the flat, Daddy? He's furnished it very well, hasn't he? I mean, it's rich, but it's not gaudy pegs.
Very elegant. Good. I can see he's got excellent taste. Ah. Now that's what I understand to be a true work of art. You can really see what it's meant to be.
My goodness, that Buddha, it so closely resembles the one Harold Gorringe has.
It must have cost a pretty penny, what? It must be quite well off. By Jove, it's got pretty colours.
Do you know Mr. Gorringe?
Oh, yes, indeed. We are excellent friends. He has such lovely things. Oh.
What?
This furniture, my goodness.
Daddy! Why don't you look over there? It's Brink's studio. There's something I particularly want you to see before he comes back.
What?
It's a surprise. Go in and see.
Very well, Dumpling. Anything to oblige. Excuse me.
Miss Furnivall, you're a sport, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. What is this furniture doing here? It belongs to Harold Gorringe.
I know. We've done something absolutely frightful. We've stolen all of his best pieces and put brains horrid old bits into his room.
But why? It's disgraceful.
I know. It's because Brinsley's got absolutely nothing, Miss Furnivall. Nothing at all! If Daddy had come in here and seen the way this place normally looks, he'd have forbidden our marriage on the spot. Mr. Gorringe wasn't there to ask, so we just took the chance. You won't give us away, will you, Miss Furnivall? We're desperate.
Oh, all right. I won't betray you.
Oh, Miss Furnivall, you're an angel. Do have a drink. Oh. No, you don't.
No.
Well, have a bit of lemon then.
Oh, all right. That I won't refuse.
That was certainly a surprise. And that's supposed to be sculpture?
It's not supposed to be. It is.
They'd make good garden implements. I'd like them for turning the soil.
It's not very funny, Daddy.
Sorry, Dumpling. Well, no use wasting this. May need it later.
Bryn,
Hello?
did you find anything?
God, no, you can't find anything in this. Did you get the electric people?
They said they might come round later.
That's a lot of help. Not a bloody candle in the house. A deaf millionaire to show sculpture to, and your monster father to keep happy. Lovely!
Good evening.
Bryn, this is my father, Colonel Melkett.
Good evening, sir. Fancy you being there all this time. We're expecting some dreadful neighbors, some neighbor monsters, monster neighbors. They came round and said they might look in just to check up on the place.
Well,
Well.
Ah,
Well,
you seem to be in a spot of trouble.
no. It's just a fuse. It's nothing really. Not the first fuse I've survived, and I dare say it won't be the last.
In the meantime, you've got no matches, right?
Right.
No candles, right?
Right.
No basic efficiency, right?
I wouldn't say that.
By
exactly.
basic efficiency, young man, I mean the simple state of being at attention in life, as opposed to at ease. Understand?
Certainly not at ease.
What are you going to do about it?
Do?
Don't echo me, sir. I don't like it.
You don't like it? I'm sorry, sir.
Sir, this is an emergency. Anyone can see that.
Actually, no one can see anything, and that's the emergency.
Spare me your humor, sir, if you don't mind. Let's look at this situation objectively, right?
Right.
Good. Problem. Darkness. Solution. Light.
Yes. Very good, sir.
Weapons. Matches. None. Candles. None. What else remains?
Search me.
Torches. Torches, sir, what?
This torch is brilliant, sir.
And where might you find them?
The pub. What time is it?
9:45. You can just make it if you hurry.
Thank you. Your clarity of mind has saved the day.
Well, get on with it, man.
Yes, sir. Back in a minute, sir.
Hello? Hello, anyone there?
Harold?
Rinsley.
Oh my God, it's Harold. He's back.
oh no!
The furniture.
Come now, what's going on?
No, don't go in there, Harold. Come in here. We've had a fuse. It's all over the house.
Have you found the electric?
Yes, come in.
It's rather cozy in the dark, isn't it?
I suppose so. You're back from your weekend then?
I certainly am, dear. Weekend. Some weekend it rained the whole bloody time. I'm absolutely damp to my knickers.
Why don't you have a drink? Tell us all about it, eh?
Us. Who's here then?
Oh, I am Mr. Gorange.
Fernie.
Taking refuge, I'm afraid. You know how I hate the dark.
Blasted thing. Ah, there we are. Who are you?
May I present my neighbor, Harold Gorringe? This is Colonel Melkett.
How do?
How do you do this?
Let me take your raincoat, Harold.
Oh, do be careful. It's sopping wet.
The devil did you do that for?
Oh, I'm just saving your wit, Colonel. You may need it later, and it's failing fast.
Oh, no worries. I have some matches.
Matches?
Here we are. Hope I have the right end. Hi, what was that?
A draft. Cross currents, you know. Old houses are full of them. No match stays lit in this room. It's impossible. They're almost a permanent feature of these houses.
I don't know what you're on about. Hey, what's up with you? Have you got a dead body in here or something?
No?
Here, have you been drinking?
God, no, Harold. Of course not.
Now look here! What's going on?
Dangerous. Yes, dangerous. I've just remembered. It's something I always warn you about. Electrical blowouts can damage the gas supply. They're famous for it. They do it all the time. And they tell you that you've got to avoid naked flames until they're mended.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
Rin's absolutely right. In fact, they told me about it on the phone this evening when I called them. They said, whatever you do, don't strike a match till the fuse is mended.
Oh, goodness, we must take care.
We certainly must. Why don't we all have a drink, eh? Cheer us up.
Good idea. Mr. Gorringe, would you like a drink?
Excuse me, I'll go and clean up.
No! You can do that here.
Woo.
Aren't you half bossy?
What will you have? Winnie, Vera, or Jeanette?
Come again.
Winnie whiskey, Vera vodka, or dear old standby Jeanette.
Well, I can see you're the camp one. If it's all the same to you, I will drop the Jeanette, please. Oh, and a little lime juice.
Young man, must I keep reminding you that you're in a state of an emergency? You have a guest arriving any second.
Oh my God, I'd forgotten.
Well, try the pulp, try the nameless, try whoever you damn well please, but get a torch, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Carol, can I talk to you for a minute, please?
I'm here.
Mr. Gorringe, you'll never guess who's coming here tonight. Yes.
The Queen.
Oh, Mr. Gorringe, you are ridiculous.
What the hell are we going to do?
I don't know.
Think!
But
Think!
Is that boy touched or something?
Touched. He's an absolute pop.
A what?
A duck. I've known him for years, ever since he moved in. There's not many secrets we keep from each other, I can tell you.
Really?
Oh yes, he's a very sweet boy.
We're going to have to put everything back in the dark.
now,
We have to! I can't get a torch till we do.
Come on, Fernie. Don't be a tease. Who's coming?
I'll give you a clue. Oh, it's someone with money.
Carol?
look, can't you just tell him it was a joke?
God, no. Look, you don't know him. You can't bear anyone to touch his treasures. They're like children to him. He cleans everything twice a day with a special swan's down duster. He'd wreck everything. I mean, would you like him to call me a thief in front of your father?
Brinsley?
Keep things going, serve them drinks. I'll try and put everything back in the dark.
It won't work.
It's got to.
Brinsley!
Sir, I was just, getting some empties to take to the pub.
At the double, Miller.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. I'm off now, Colonel. Help is definitely on the way.
Would you like me to come with you?
God, no. Stay and enjoy yourself.
Well now, drinks. What's everyone going to have? It's Jeanette for Mr. Gorringe, and I suppose Winnie for Daddy.
And how on earth are you going to do that in the dark?
I remember the exact way I put out the bottles.
Here, love, let me strike another match. I'm sure it can't be that dangerous. Just for a minute.
Oh no! Do you want to blow us all up, Mr. Gorringe? Our poor Mr. Bamberger would find would be teensy-weensy bits of us. Very messy pairs.
Bamberger? George Bamberger. That's who's coming.
Yes, to see Mr. Miller's work. Isn't it exciting?
Well, I never. I read an article about him last week in the Sunday Mirror. He's known as the mystery millionaire. He's almost completely deaf. Deaf as a post. And he never goes out except to a private gallery or studio.
How are those drinks coming, Dumpling?
Fine, Daddy. There'll be 1 minute.
Let me help you.
Very well. You can take this bitter lemon to Miss Fernville if you want.
Very well.
Oh no.
Here you are, Daddy. Bitter lemon for Miss Fernville.
Right you are.
So, your father was a minister then?
He was a saint. I'm only thankful he didn't live to see the rudeness and vulgarity of life today.
Ooh, you are so right, Fernie. Rudeness and vulgarity, that's it to a T. Did I tell you what happened in my shop last Friday? I don't think I did.
Oh no, Mr. Gorringe, I don't think so.
Well, I had just opened up. It was 9:45, and I was dusting off the teapots, you know, Rockingham cluster dust, something shocking. When who should walk in but that Miss Levitt, you know, the gingerhead bit I told you about, the one who sings these God's gifts to bachelors.
Oh,
Here's your lemonade.
Thank you most kind.
Anyway, in her hand she's got this vase I told her last week. She bought it as a birthday gift for some old geezer she was having a bit of a ding-dong with somewhere in Earl's Court. Hoping to collect his lolly when he dies, as I read the situation. I'm a pretty good judge of character, Fernie, as you know. She's a real grasp if I ever saw her.
What the hell?
What's the matter?
It's a rocking chair. I don't remember seeing a blasted rocking chair when I came in.
Oh, yes. You want to watch that. It's a pretty ropey condition. I've told Bryn about it several times. Anyway, this vase. It was a nice bit of Kangxi, blue and white with a good orange peel glaze. Absolutely authentic. I let her have it for about £25. She got infinitely the less of the bargain. No argument about that. Well, in she prances, her hair all done up in one of those buffoon hairdos. You know, tarty, French-like. It would look good on a girl half her age with twice her looks. Exactly. You know the sort. And you know what she says to me? Mr. Gorin, she says, I've been cheated.
No.
Yes. And I reply, oh. Hush up, I'm talking. Oh, I say. And how exactly has that occurred, Miss Levitt? Well, she says, quite by chance I took this vase down to Bill Everett in the Portobello, and he says, it's not what you called it at all. Chinese and very rare. He says, it's a piece of 19th century English trash. Oh, I say. Does he? Does he? I keep calm. I always do when right. Yes, she says, and I thank you to give my money back.
How dreadful, Mr. Gorringe. What did you do?
Well, I counted to 10, and then I let her have it. In the first place, I said, I don't expect my customers to go checking up on my honesty behind my back. In the second, Bill Everett is as ignorant as Barnsley dirt. He doesn't know tang from ting. And in the third place, that applies to you too, Miss Levitt.
You didn't.
Oh, I did.
My, Mr. Gorringe. How splendid of you. Here's your gin and lime. You deserve it.
Tar, I was proper blazing.
Where are you, Daddy?
Right here, Dumpling.
Here's your scotch.
Hello.
Carroty old bitch. Tell me about pottery.
Do you care for porcelain yourself, Colonel?
I'm afraid I don't know too much about it, madam. I do like some of that Chinese stuff. You get some lovely colors. Like on that statue I saw when I came in here. Very delicate.
I didn't know Bryn had any Chinese stuff. What's it of then, this statue?
Oh,
Well, we've all got our drinks. I'd like to propose Daddy's regimental toast. Raise your glasses, everyone. To the dear old 25th horse. Up the British and death to all natives.
Oh, well, drink to that.
Up the 25th.
Thank you, Dumpling. That was very touching of you. Very touching indeed.
Ooh,
Damn it, that's gin.
I've got lemonade.
Horrible. Horrible. I suppose this would be alcohol. How unpleasant.
Exchange with me. Colonel.
Right here, sir.
Funny. Well, let's try that again. Bottoms up.
What? Oh, that's it! I can't stand another minute of this.
Daddy, please.
I don't care, Dumpling. If I blow us up, then I blow us up. This is ridiculous. What the hell are you doing down there?
Don't be rash, Colonel. Isn't the first rule of being an officer something like, don't involve your men in unnecessary danger?
Don't be impertinent. Where's the torch?
The pub is closed.
Now look here. There's something very peculiar going on in this room. I may not know Art Miller, but I know men. I know a liar in the light, and I know one in the dark.
Daddy!
I don't want to doubt your words, sir. All the same, I'd like your oath you went down to the public house. Well?
Bryn! Daddy's talking to you!
What on earth are you shouting for?
Yes! Of course. I was just, thinking it over for the moment.
Well, What's your answer?
I couldn't agree with you more, sir.
What?
It was a very perceptive remark you made there. Not everyone would have thought of that individual, you know. Almost witty. No, it was witty.
Trying to be funny, Miller.
Try anything once, right?
I say, this is becoming a bit unpleasant.
It's becoming dreary, Pegs.
Quiet, Duncan. Let me handle this. If you think I'm going to let my daughter marry a born liar, you're very much mistaken.
Mary? You and this young lady, Bryn?
Oh, what are laughingly known as engaged. Subject, of course, to Daddy's approval.
Well, what a surprise. How long's this been going on then?
A few months.
You old sly boots.
Look, I meant to tell you, Harold. I really did. I mean, you were the one person I was going to tell.
Well, why didn't you then?
No, I just never got around to it, I guess.
You saw me every day. You could have told me at any time.
I know.
Don't say any more. This will just teach me in the future not to bank too much on friendship. It's just me again. Silly, stupid, trusting me.
Oh, come, Mr. Gorringe. We haven't told anybody. Not one single solely, Pegs.
My father always used to say, to err is human, but to forgive, divine.
I thought that was somebody else.
Oh, so many people copied him.
May I help you, Miss Furnival?
Oh, no, thank you, Miss Melcat. I'm just getting myself another bitter lemon. That is, if I may, Mr. Miller.
Ah, of course. Just help yourself.
Thank you, most kind.
Well, sir, wherever you are,
Here, Colonel.
I'll be willing to overlook your damn peculiar behavior this once. But understand this. My daughter is dear to me. You show me you can take care of her, and I'll consider this whole thing most favorably. I can't say more than that, now can I?
No. Most fair, sir. Most fair. Harold, I'm awfully sorry if I've hurt your feelings.
Quarreling is so dreary. I do hope we're all going to become great friends.
I'm not sure I can contemplate a friendly relationship with a viper.
Remember, to err is human, but to forgive is divine.
You just said that, madam.
It really is a case of forgive and forgetting, Pegs.
Is it really, Pegs?
Come on, Harold. Have another Jeanette and lime. I'll have one with you.
Oh, I don't mind if I do.
Let me mix it for you.
Ta, I have to say, there's nothing better than having a booze up with a pretty girl.
You haven't seen me yet.
Oh, I just know. Bryn's always had wonderful taste. I've often told him, Brinsley, you have taste in ladies, as I have in porcelain. Ta.
Harold!
Oh, don't be so silly, Bryn. Why so modest? I saw a photograph of one of his bits from 2 years ago, and I must say she was pretty stunning. In a flowsy sort of way.
Who's she talking about then? She must mean Clea.
Did you know her, Mr. Gorringe?
Oh yes, she's been around quite a long time.
Has she?
Oh yes, or am I speaking out of turn?
No. Told Carol all about Clea. Although, I must say, Harold, surprised you call 3 months a long time.
What was she like?
I suppose you can hardly remember her, Harold.
Well, why on earth shouldn't I?
Well, since it was 2 years ago, you'd probably forgotten.
2 years.
2 years ago.
Well, now that you mention it, I remember her perfectly. I mean, she's not one you can easily forget.
Was she pretty?
No. In fact, I'd say the opposite. She was rather plain.
She wasn't.
Just giving my opinion,
You've never given it before.
I was never asked. But, now that you talk about it, I always thought she was ugly. For one, she had teeth like a picket fence, yellow and spiky. And for another, she had bad skin.
She had nothing of the kind, Harold.
And rather lumpy.
Very, very lumpy.
This is disgraceful.
Look, you knew I never liked her, Brinsley. She was too clever by half.
And so tiresomely bohemian.
You mean she was as pretentious as her name? I bet she was. That photograph I found her in showed a dirndl in some sort of sultry peasant blouse. She looked exactly like the bartered bride done by Lloyd's Beg. What's wrong?
That's not very funny, Harold. What the hell is the matter with you?
With me?
Clea? Oh, Clea!
What?
I was just remembering her, sir. You were all talking the most awful nonsense. She was beautiful. Besides, Harold, you just said I was famous for my taste in women.
Aye, but it had its love.
Rubbish! She was beautiful and tender and kind and considerate and witty and adorable in every way.
You told me she was as cozy as a steel razor blade.
Did I? No. What I said was quite different. Utterly different. Entirely different. As different as chalk from cheese. Although I must say, when you come to think of it, cheese isn't really all that different from chalk.
Are you sure you know what you're talking about?
You said to me, in this very room, when I asked you what she was like, she was a painter, very honest, very clever, and just about...
As cozy as a steel razor. I said it so bloody what?
So nothing!
If that boy's in touch, I don't know the meaning of the word.
What's all this talk about her being kind and tender all of a sudden?
She could be. On occasion. Very.
Very rare occasion, I imagine.
Not so rare. Not so rare at all.
Meaning what, exactly?
Go upstairs. I can explain everything. Just wait for me in the room.
Now, do you think this is quite the moment?
I wasn't talking to you, Howard.
I think he wants you upstairs. For what purpose, I can't begin to imagine.
They're going to do some more of that plotting, I dare say.
Lovers talk, Colonel.
Very touching, I'm sure.
Journeys end when lovers meet, as my father always used to say.
What a strikingly original father you seem to have had.
Yes.
What did you want me in the bedroom for?
I didn't. Just go away.
Charming!
I didn't mean that.
Has something gone wrong?
No, it's all back. Every bit of it. Except for the sofa, and I've covered that up.
There you are. They are plotting. What the hell is going on up there?
There may be a torch under my bed. I keep it there to blind the burglars with. Have another drink, sir.
Oh, let me get you one.
No, thank you. Allow me. May I get you another bitter lemon, Miss Furnival?
Oh, no, thank you, Colonel. I can manage myself. I'm sure it's good practice.
So, this is what they mean by a blind date. What the hell is going on?
Nothing. George Bamberger's only coming to see my work, and we've had a fuse.
Is that the reason for all this furtive clutching?
But I can't explain things now. Can't you trust me just for an hour?
Well, who's that frightful girl you have downstairs?
Just a friend.
She sounded more than that.
It's none of your business. It's Carol. I've told you all about her.
The idiot Deb?
She's a very sweet girl. As a matter of fact, we've become quite good friends over the past 6 weeks.
How good?
It's good.
I've become friends with her father, too.
If it's any of your business, just dropped in to meet Mr. Bamberger, that's all.
What was it you wanted to tell me on the phone tonight?
Nothing.
You're lying.
Here comes the Inquisition. Look, Clea, if you've ever loved me, just disappear now with no questions asked, and I'll come around later and explain everything. Please, darling, please.
At last! Finally a decent glass of scotch. Are you getting your lemonade?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Colonel.
I'm just wondering if this Bamberger fellow is even going to show up. He's already half an hour late.
Colonel, this is nothing. Millionaires are always late. It's the thing.
Oh, you're so right, Mr. Gorringe. That's how I always imagined them. Hands like silk and always 2 hours late.
Prince's been up there a long time. What can he be doing?
I imagine he's got that clear hidden away in his bedroom, and they're having a tete-a-tete.
What a fragrant suggestion, Mr. Gorringe.
No one in the world kisses like you.
I missed you so badly, Bryn. I just had to see you. Bryn, I made the most awful mistake walking on. I've thought about nothing else these past 6 weeks.
Clea, please.
I mean, we've known each other for 4 years. We can't just throw each other away like old newspapers.
I don't see why not. You've heard my gossip. You've been through my entertainment section. Jeez.
Well, how about a second edition?
Look, I can't explain things now. Can't you trust me just for an hour?
Of course I can, darling. You don't want me down there?
I can't explain now. Please.
Oh, very well. You can explain later. In bed.
Not tonight, Clea.
Either that or I come down and discover your sordid secret.
There is no sordid
Then
secret.
you won't mind my coming down.
Brinsley!
Fine. Stay. Only keep quiet. Blackmailing bitch. Yes, my sweet.
What are you doing up there? You've been in eternity.
Just checking the bathroom. Never know what you might find in that clever little cabinet.
I know when you're hiding something. And I'm coming to find out.
Carol? That's not a good idea, but...
I'm not such a fool as you take me for.
Darling?
Your voice goes all deceitful. Very, very foxy face.
Darling, that's not very ladylike. I'm sure the Colonel won't much approve of you entering a man's bedroom in the dark, right?
Excuse me, Mr. Mueller? Mr. Mueller, I come as was arranged.
My God, it's Bamberger.
Bamberger?
Yes, Bamberger.
You must have thought I was never coming.
No. Just delighted you could spare the time. I know how busy you are, but I'm afraid we've had the most idiotic disaster. We've had a fuse.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, you're holding a private view?
Oh no, I was just going. I'd hate to distract you.
Please, not on my account, dear lady. I'm not so easily distracted.
Right. Oh, you're deaf. May I present my neighbor? Not my neighbor. A pal of sorts. Colonel Melkett.
A great honor, sir.
No! Mine!
Miss Carol Melkett.
I say! Hello! So glad you've got here. It's terribly kind of you to take such an interest.
Not at all!
Harold Gorringe, a neighbor of mine.
How do? Very honored, I'm sure.
Enchanted!
Oh, and another neighbor, Miss Furnival.
Delighted!
I'm afraid we've all been taking refuge from the storm, as it were.
Settle down.
Why do you all shout at me?
No.
I'm not deaf!
Wait, you said he was.
I read he was.
Oh, my father was.
Well, if I might just be shown which way to go.
Oh, right. It's just through the studio there, darling. Would you show our guest into the studio with his torch?
What?
The furniture, get out of here.
Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious! What an extraordinary object!
Well, that's just a spare piece of my work I keep lying around.
Spare maybe, but fascinating.
You really think so?
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
You'll never believe it, sir, but I actually made that piece to be appreciated in the dark. I was working on a very interesting theory. You know how the Victorians said children should be seen and not heard? Well, I say art should be felt, but not seen.
Amazing.
It is, isn't it? I call it my theory of factual tactility. Why don't you give me that torch and try it for yourself?
Very well. I will.
Yes, sir. Just reach out your arms and have a good long feel. Feel it all over. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, yes, it's quite true. Like this, the piece becomes a masterpiece at once.
It does?
But of course, I feel it here and here. The two needles of man's unrest coming together at the same point. Self-love and self-hate. That's the meaning of the work, isn't it?
Right, of course.
Of course. Come, I'll christen it for you. Give me the torch.
The torch?
My torch! Give me my torch! I wish to illuminate my own illumination.
Fine, here, sir.
And now, I christen this with the spirit of Shakespeare! Hamlet! Malfolio! Malfolio, as you know, was consumed by self-love. Hamlet by self-hate. He could not love others because he could not love himself. This was an old disease diagnosed long ago by Saint Augustine. But you obviously know all this, yeah?
Huh. Wouldn't say that exactly. You're obviously a great expert, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, to have realized all that in the dark. That's what I call essential connoisseurship. I mean, anyone can see a symbol in the light, but to recognize them in the dark means that you got my point. My whole point. Factual tactility, you're amazing, sir.
Oh, was it très gentil?
Who knows? You may even be able to appreciate my latest doctrine. Tactile factuality.
Why not? Why not? You are a genius creator. I'm a genius critic. I hope I do not lecture. It is a fault with me.
Oh, good gracious, no. I could listen all night. It's absolutely profoundly fair.
You mean to say you see that all in a bit of metal?
A tiny bit of metal. That's the thing. The miracle of compression. You want my opinion? This boy is a genius. A true master of the miniature. In the space of a matchbox, he can realize anything he wants. The black virginity of Chartres. The white coral of the Acropolis. Wonderful!
Oh, super.
You must charge immense sums for work like this, Mr. Mueller. They would be very expensive. This one, for example. How much is it?
That's 50.
500 guineas.
So cheap. Very cheap. Well,
Well, so will you have it then?
me? Me?
Dad, aren't you rushing things just a little? Sir, perhaps you'd like to see the rest of my work.
Oh, alas, to linger would be pleasant, but I haven't the time. Also, as Moses discovered, it is sufficient to glimpse milk and honey. One does not have to wolf them down.
Well.
Well,
Well, so would you like it then?
very much.
For 500 guineas?
Certainly, if I had it.
but the Sunday Mirror said you're worth at least £70 million.
The Sunday Mirrors are notoriously ill-informed. According to my bank statement, I'm worth £100, 8 shillings and 4 pence.
You mean you've gone broke?
No, I mean, I never had any more.
Look, sir, I know millionaires are supposed to be eccentric, but this is getting a bit tiresome.
Millionaires now, who do you think I am?
Damn it, man, you must know who you are.
Mr. Bamberger, is this some kind of joke you like to play?
Excuse me, but that is not my name.
It isn't?
No! My name is Schuppanzig. Franz Schuppanzig. Born Weimar, 1905. Student at Heidelberg University of Philosophy, 1934. Refuge to this country, 1938. And regular employment ever since with the London Electricity Board.
Electricity?
You mean you're not?
Of course he's not.
But who did you think I was?
How dare you, coming in here, telling us about needles and virgins, and the entire time you're just here to mend the fuses.
You come in here, pretending to be deaf, and continue to harangue your employers unasked and uninvited.
Excuse me, but I was invited.
Don't answer back! In my day, you'd have been fired on the spot for impertinence.
Daddy's absolutely right. Ever since the Beatles, the lower classes think they can behave exactly as they want.
Miller, will you kindly show this fellow to his work?
Of course. The mains are in the cellar. There's a trapdoor. Do you mind?
Why should I mind? It's why I came, isn't it? Oh. Now that is a beautiful chair.
Darling, will you show our guest to his duties, please?
Me? Oh, yes.
My God is enough, some golden flame from every covenant it be. Stop and grace, my God is enough, some God.
Oh. None of this evening is happening.
Don't worry, darling. In a few minutes, everything will be all right. Mr. Bamberger will arrive in the line. He'll adore your work and buy your whole collection for £20,000.
Oh, yes!
And then we can buy a super Georgian house in what's laughingly known as happily ever after. I want to leave this place just as soon as we're married. What's the matter with you?
Gods, listen, darling. They've given me a terrible night so far, and believe me, they may do worse.
No, darling. You've had a filthy evening. Poor baby. But don't worry. I'll fight them with you. I don't care a fig for those naughty old gaudy pegs. Do you hear me? Not a single little fig. Ah!
What?
It's raining!
Don't be ridiculous, Carol.
I'm all wet.
How can you be?
What's going on?
What?
What on earth are you all hollering for? Ah!
It's a leak. The water mains must have gone now.
Oh, good God.
It must be.
Don't say there's someone else here.
Good Lord.
Who's there? Come on! I know you're up there!
I bet it's you, Miss Punnett. Miss Punnett, my cleaning woman. She does for me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's Sunday.
I know, but just remembered. She rang up and said she'd come around 6 to tidy up the place.
Damn it, man, it's almost 11.
She's not that conscientious.
Mrs. Punnett!
Don't interrupt her, sir. She'll be cleaning or something.
Let us first just see if it is her. Mrs. Punnett! Mrs. Punnett!
Hello, yes?
It is you, Miss Punnett. What on earth are you doing up there?
I'm just giving your bedroom a bit of a tidy, sir.
At this time of night?
Better late than never, sir, as they say. I know how you like your bedroom to be nice and inviting when you're giving one of your parties.
When did you come, madam?
Oh, just a few minutes ago, sir. I didn't like to disturb you, so I'd come on up here.
Was it you pouring water all over us then?
Water? Good heavens, I must have upset something. It's as black as Newgate's knocker up here. Are you playing one of your saucy games, Mr. Miller?
No, we've had a fuse. It's all over the house.
Oh, a fuse! I thought it was one of them games in the dark, sir, like sardines or Piccadilly. Kind that end in general squeeze-up.
No.
You're rather partial to kinky games, Mr.
Miss
Miller.
Bonnet. It's a fuse. The man's mending it now and the lights will be on any second.
Well, that'll be early for you, won't it?
Of course. Now, why don't you just go on home?
Sorry I couldn't come earlier, sir. I was delayed, you see.
And there's really nothing you can do here tonight.
Are you sure of that, sir?
Positive. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I know what this evening can be like after one of your evenings. This place gets disgusting. Gypsy caravan, isn't it? Gin bottles all over the floor and...
Please watch what you say, madam. You don't know it, but you're in the presence of Mr. Miller's fiancée.
Fiancé?
Yes, and I am her father.
Miss Clea's father?
Miss Clea? I don't understand.
Well, I never. Well done, Miss Clea. I never thought you would. Not after 4 years.
No. No.
Oh,
No.
Forgive me, sir, if I'm speaking out of turn, but you must admit, 4 years is a long time to be caught in one woman.
Miss Bonnet.
Well, he's stretching it a bit nowadays.
Miss Bonnet, please. For the love of God.
4 years? Well, yes, dear. It's been all that and a bit more, really, hasn't it? He's always been stuck on you. He told me so not 1 week ago in this room. Mrs. Punnett, he says. Mrs. Punnett, as far as I'm concerned, you can keep the rest of them. Miss Clea will always be on top of the heap for me. Oh, I says. Then what about that debutante bit, Carol, the one you're always telling me about? Oh, her, he says. She's just a bit of Knightsbridge candy floss. Couple of licks and you've had her.
Did you say 4 years, madam?
Yes, Colonel, 4 years.
I know that voice. It's Clea.
Clea?
Clea!
Surprised grin?
Clea!
I don't understand anything that's going on in this room.
I know. It's a very odd room, isn't it? It's like a magic dark room where everything happens the wrong way round. The rain comes indoors, the daily comes at night, turns in a second from a nice maid into a nasty mistress.
Shut up, Clea. Just shut up.
Oh, at last! One real word of protest! You finished lying then? You eaten the last crumb of humble pie? You coward, you stupid coward! Just because you didn't want to marry me, did you have to settle for this lot? Marry?
Marry?
4 years of meaning to end in this triviality, mislaughingly known as "and her daddy pigs."
Stop her, Daddy! Stop her! Stop her!
How can I, for God's sakes? There. Now here we are, Dumpling. Don't worry. Daddy's here. Everything's going to be all right.
Are you sure that is your daughter's hand you're holding, Colonel?
Carol, isn't this your hand?
No!
You must have lived with your daughter for well over 20 years, Colonel. What remarkable use you've made of your eyes. Well, kinky game time. Let's all play Guess the Hand.
Oh, good God.
Leave me alone! I want to go home! Oh! Prams! Prams in the supermarket! All those hideous prams full of babies and bottles. Cornflakes over there is all that they say, and then they leave you to yourself. Biscuits over there! Oh, cat food over there! Fish cakes over there! Eric over there! Pink stamps, green stamps, pea balloons, TV dinners, plays you go out. Oh, Daddy, it's awful. And the godless ones, the heathen
for long. Oh no! Who shall stand the day that he appeareth? He'll strike them from their motorcycles, he'll dash their helmets to the ground. Yea, verily, I say unto you, there shall be an end to gasoline, an end to cigarette puffing and jostling of hips. Keep on, keep on, keep on.
Come on, Fernie. I think it's time we went home.
Oh yes, you're quite right, Mr. Goringe. Mr. Miller, I'm afraid I can't stay any longer. Your millionaire is unpardonably late. So typical of modern manners. Express my regrets, if you please.
Certainly. Thank you, Clea. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
You had no right.
No?
You walked out on me.
Is that what I did?
You told me you never wanted to see me again.
I hardly saw you at all, Brinsley. How could you be walked out on? You should live in the dark, Brinsley. It's your natural element.
Whatever the hell that means.
It means you don't really want to be seen. Why is that, Brinsley? Do you think if someone ever really saw you, they would never love you?
Just go away.
I want to know.
Yes, you always want to know. It's always been pick away. Have you ever wondered why, Clea? Have you ever wondered why you do it? Well,
Perhaps because I care about you.
well, perhaps there's nothing to care about, just a fake artist.
Oh, stop pitying yourself. It's always your vice. I told you when I met you, you could either be a good artist or a chic fake. You hated it because I refused to just give you applause.
God knows you certainly did that.
Well, is that what she gives you? 20 hours of ego massage every day?
At least our life together isn't the replica of the Inquisition you made of ours. I mean, I didn't have an affair with you. It was just 4 years of nookie with Torquemada.
And don't say you didn't enjoy it.
Hell no, enjoy it. I hated every second of it.
I remember.
Every second.
I recall.
When you left for Finland, it was the happiest day of my life.
Mine too.
I sighed with relief.
So did I.
Well, I went out dancing later that night.
So did I.
Good. Just fine then.
Fine.
Super.
Duper.
Glad to see you looking so happy.
You too. Radiant with self.
No doubt this is very funny to you two.
It is quite, actually.
I'm not so easily amused, however, madam.
Look, Colonel.
Hold your tongue, sir! Do you know what would have happened to a young man in my day who dared to treat a girl the way you've treated my daughter this evening?
Well, I assume, sir. That
Hold your tongue, sir! I'm talking!
Oh, leave it, Daddy. Let's just go home.
In a moment, Dumpling, leave this to me.
Look, Carol, I can't explain now.
Explain what?
It's impossible here.
You understate, sir.
Look, Carol, you don't understand.
What the hell is there to understand? All the time you were going with me. She was in the background. That's all there is to it. Here,
What?
your ring. Take the bloody thing back.
Oh, my eye! My damned eye! Laugh your fill. Miller, I ask you a question. Do you know what would have happened to a young lout like you in my day?
Happened, sir?
You'd have felt the mark of a father's horsewhip across your shoulders. You'd have gone down on your cad's bended knees and begged my daughter for forgiveness for what you've done tonight.
Would I, sir?
You'd have raised your gutter-snide voice in a piteous cry for mercy and forgiveness.
Oh, you villain!
Harold?
You skunky, conniving little villain!
What's the matter?
Have you seen my room? My lovely room, the most elegant and comfortable in the entire district! One chair, turned absolutely upside down. One chair on top of another, like a portobello junk shop. And that's not all, is it, Brinsley? That's not the worst of it by a long shot, is it, Brinsley?
Long shock?
Don't play the innocent with me. I thought I had a friend living here all these years. Turns out I was living opposite a light-fingered Lenny.
Harold.
Don't talk to me. I don't want to know. I know what you think of me now. Don't tell Harold about the engagement. He's not a friend. He's not to be trusted. He's just someone to steal things from.
Harold, you know that's not true.
I know I was the last one to know. That's what I know. Now I had to find it out in a room full of strangers. Me! Who's listening to more of your miseries in the small hours in the morning than anyone else would care to put up with. All your boring talk about women, hour after hour, as if no one in the world's got troubles but you.
She's getting hysterical, dear. Ignore her.
It's you who's going to be ignored clear. As for your engagement, all I have to say is this. You two deserve each other, you and that little nit.
Carol!
Oh, so you're there, are you?
You leave her alone, Harold.
I'm not going to touch her. I just want my things. Do you hear me, Brinsley? Give me my things or I'll be up.
Harold, you're being ridiculous. You just need to listen to me for one moment.
Item. 1 Regency chair, lacquer mahogany, with a mulatini and applique work cushions.
Right in front of you.
Tar. Item. 1 half-back sofa, large-wise Regency, supported by claw legs and a portrait in a rich silk of royal red to accompany the aforementioned chair.
Studio.
Unbelievable. Item. 1 copod vase, dated 1809, and decorated on the rim with a pleasing design of daisies and peonies.
On the floor.
On the floor. And you've even taken the flowers. I'll be back in a moment for the Chandler sofa. This is the end of our relationship, Grizzly. We won't be speaking again. Do you know how much that was worth? Do you? More money than you'll ever see in your entire life, even if you sell every piece of the nasty, rusty rubbish. I think I'm gonna have to smash you, Brinsley.
Steady on, Harold. Don't be rash.
Smash for smash, Brinsley. That's fair's due. Smash for smash.
Harold, you've gone mad.
For smash. Oh, smash for smash, Brinsley.
Now you're thinking. I suppose now it's time for the reckoning.
Whoa! 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 Oh. Fellas, don't. Harold, you've always had civilized instincts. I appeal to you. Don't join the army.
Get him, Daddy. Get him. Get him.
Carol!
Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Clear?
Damn it! Careful, Dumpling. Keep out of the way.
Hush up, Colonel. We'll be able to hear them breathing.
Very clever. Good tactics.
Hello, please?
It's the electrician.
Hello, please? Mr. Mueller?
What the hell are you doing up here? Have you fixed the fuse?
Or are you gonna leave us in the dark all night?
Don't worry, the fuse is all mended.
Well, good. Thank God for that.
Mr. Mueller? Where are you? Why is this darkness? Is a joke, yeah? Oh, no! That is not very funny, good people! To imitate my voice just because I'm a foreigner! Oh, you British can be the rudest people on earth! Mr. Mueller! Gottenheimer! To give attention to us, Gottenheimer!
Oh my God, it's Bamberger.
Hamburger?
Mr. Mueller!
We've had a fuse, sir, but it's mended now.
You'll have to speak up. He's stone dead.
We've had a fuse, but it's all better now, sir. Oh my God, yeah, that's true. It's all better just in the nick of time.
Attend, good people! I bring you the most miraculous gift of the creation. Light!
Light.
Thank God.
I wouldn't be thanking him too soon, Brinsley.
Me neither, Brinsley.
Nor would I. Brinny Winnie.
Then thank me, or I shall play God for this second. God said, let there be light. And there was. Suddenly, astoundingly, inexplicably, inconceivably, inexhaustibly, and eternally.